Good evening, and thank you for joining us. U.S. President Donald Trump has made significant statements today, painting a bleak picture for the ceasefire with Iran and signaling a potential seismic shift in American foreign policy regarding Taiwan. First, on the situation with Iran, President Trump has declared the current ceasefire with Iran to be clinically dead. He went further, characterizing Iran's official response to a United States proposal for ending the conflict as garbage. Speaking in Washington on Monday, President Trump stated that he had not even bothered to read the Tehran statement to its conclusion, asserting he would not waste his time on it. He added that the ceasefire now possesses only a 1% chance of survival, suggesting it is being kept artificially alive. President Trump continued to emphasize the fragility of the situation, saying, "The ceasefire is incredibly weak. I would say it is the weakest it has ever been right now." He drew a stark comparison, likening the situation to a doctor informing a family that their loved one has approximately a 1% chance of survival. This follows President Trump's earlier remarks over the weekend, where he labeled the Iranian response to the United States proposal as completely unacceptable. Following these statements, global oil prices once again saw an increase. Iran had reportedly demanded the unfreezing of its assets, which are currently held due to sanctions, and the lifting of the United States port blockade as conditions. Turning now to an equally critical foreign policy development. Ahead of his meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping this Wednesday, President Trump indicated a potential break with the established United States policy on Taiwan. During a press gathering, when questioned by journalists about whether the United States should continue to supply weapons to Taiwan, President Trump responded, "President Xi would like us not to do that, and I will discuss that with him." This statement is highly significant because discussing arms deliveries to Taiwan with China has been a long-standing taboo in United States foreign policy. In 1982, Republican President Ronald Reagan established this as a core principle in what were known as the 6 Assurances to Taiwan. Those assurances stipulated that such discussions with China were off-limits. China views the democratic and self-governing island of Taiwan as a renegade province that must be reunified with the mainland by military force if necessary. While Washington does not officially recognize Taiwan, it remains the island's most crucial military supporter. President Trump has previously referred to President Xi as a great guy with whom he maintains a very good relationship. In December, the United States announced an $11 billion arms deal, equivalent to more than 9 billion euros, with Taiwan. Shortly thereafter, the Chinese army conducted maneuvers involving dozens of fighter jets and naval vessels around Taiwan, simulating a blockade of key Taiwanese ports. These twin developments signal a period of intense diplomatic activity and potential shifts in United States foreign policy with global repercussions. What's your take on Trump? Iran ceasefire clinically dead. Taiwan arms up for discussion. Share your view in the comments. Do you think this will matter in the next news cycle? This video was generated using artificial intelligence.